So my belief is that everybody was born to do something. I think our work was born with us when we arrived on the planet. And the challenge for most of us is we didn't grow up in families and schools where people said to us, you know what, the most important thing is that you be inspired. Doesn't matter how you earn your living, you know, the important thing is you be inspired. You know, there's thousands of things to do when you grow up, but listen to that voice in your heart, follow your sense of inspiration. That's the most important thing you can do. Did any of you have anybody telling you that when you were growing up? No. You know, as I travel around the world and ask, you know, different audiences in different countries, maybe one or two people in an audience will put their hand up and say they had somebody saying that to them and validating in that and affirming that to them when they were growing up. I didn't. You know, my careers master at school was the physics teacher. And he was doing a bit of extra work he'd just got married, I think he needed to earn a bit more money. So, you know, I was really excited about the careers advice session that we were going to get when I was about 15 or 16. And I was really looking forward to it, thinking, wow, a whole world of work to engage with. It's going to be really exciting, going to be really inspiring. And basically we walked into the room and there was some leaflets out about being an accountant or a teacher or a lawyer, I think it was. And he said, kind of, any questions? And my heart sank and I thought, is this it? Is this careers advice? It's not exactly very inspiring. And I think it's a lot better today, but certainly when I was growing up, I was kind of totally demoralized by it. It kind of killed my sense of inspiration. So I didn't really find what inspired me till I was in my late 20s, you know. So there's lots of reasons why so many of us don't discover what we were born to do. And one is that nobody even told us there was something we were born to do. So that's one of my big messages for the last 20 years, really, is going around the world just saying there is something you were born to do. And the most clean and direct way to find it is to ask yourself, what would truly inspire you? To me, that's one of the most powerful questions we can regularly ask ourselves. What truly does inspire us? What could inspire us? What might inspire us? So I love the idea of inquiries, and we're going to do a few more inquiries during the evening, but that one inquiry that I invite all of us to take away and just do regularly with ourselves is, you know, what inspires me, or how will I inspire myself next? Because I believe inspiration is constantly here. It's here all the time. The problem is we're not always tuned to it. But I think it's like a radio frequency that's always being broadcast. It's like if we turned on a radio in here now, whatever we liked, I'm a Radio 2 fan, my musical universe revolves around Radio 2. If it doesn't happen on Radio 2, I don't know about it on the whole. But if we turned on a radio now, it's not like, oh, Radio 2 just started broadcasting. Radio 2 is broadcasting all the time. We just happen to tune into it and listen to it. And I think really that's what's happening with inspiration. Inspiration is there all the time, wanting to get our attention. I've met so many people over the last 20 years that go, oh, I'm waiting for inspiration. And I feel like saying, hang on, inspiration's waiting for you. It's here. It's now. We are not always tuned to it. So either we're not tuned to it, or I think another thing that happens, and this is really what we're going to talk about tonight, is that basically we get scared of what inspires us.